All right, so it is a late one, and it is a cold one at the forge. I have been here pretty much the entire day. I got here at like 10:30. It is like 5 o'clock in the afternoon now. I have been doing a lot of things. I've cut a lot of blanks for a project I'm doing for my boss, but I also got some work done on the Iron Dagger. I punched in that central groove a little bit. It doesn't look great. I'm going to try to clean it up, but again, the whole point of this dagger is to look kind of like rustic in first. And I'm going to take these off because it keeps slipping. I got a lot of work on the guard done, and this guard looks a lot more like it's supposed to. So, let me show you. It's a little bit like longer than it needs to be, but that's fine. I'm going to grind the sides down, like here. I'm gonna grind this down a bit and maybe cut it off and just kind of like fix it. But all of this should be able to be cleaned up. And then I'm gonna punch a hole in the middle, put the dagger on, and be done with it. I think I'm done for the day. I'm gonna just quickly wire wheel all the Iron Dagger parts to take home so I can like look it over, because like I said, I'm taking things a little bit slower. So there we are. All right, it is like 7:30 at night at the forge. It is pitch black outside. It's dark. There's like literally no streetlights out here. It's just the shop. But I am working because I came out here to fix a piece for a client. My first ever order, and I came out to tweak it, clean it up a little bit, make it look good. So that's done, but I've also done work on the guard for the Skyrim dagger. So at home today, I decided to draw out the pattern by tracing over the picture on the internet. And it's coming along, like, it's starting to look like it's supposed to, right? I gotta bring this side, like, in a little bit more, and I think it's pretty much there, right? I mean, maybe thin out a little bit more in the middle here, but it's gonna have to do. I've remade this guard twice. Like, this is the first, sorry, made the guard, this is the remake. I have another piece in case I decided, fuck it, let me try again, because, I mean, third time's the charm, so I'm tempted to see if I can't bang out a better one, like, real quick. Although, in my head, I'm like, okay, how do I do this? It would probably be having to go with, like, do the tapers at the end first, and then probably work on thinning out the middle. Because here's the weird thing. Let me show you the dagger. This is, I've shown you before, but this is what really annoys me. It's thinner here than it is here. So I have to thin this down while keeping this part thick, but also have to hammer here. So, how do I do this properly? All right, so that's about the size of the chunky boy that we have to work with now. To redo a third, whatever. In my head, I should thin out the middle here first, so I know like that's where it needs to be. Then taper it, and then at that point, because if I thin it down here, it should push the material out either way. At that point, I should be able to taper it down, and then using the edge of the anvil maybe, kind of push it in that little groove there. That is a thought though, like, I don't know how to do this, and this is like, probably the more intricate piece. I mean, the dagger itself was kind of difficult, but this is fucking annoying. All right, fuck it, third time's a charm, right? Alright, so what I'm doing this time around is I've made kind of like an archway. So I've got it down to the thinness I want, roughly in the middle, with the same amount of width that I roughly want in the middle. So it's basically there. Now, I feel like if I try to put in those divots, I'm going to end up flattening the middle, like, properly flat. It's not going to have that arc anymore. It's going to be properly flat, which is both a positive and a negative. But I need to make this work. Let me show you. So right now, I've got, actually it is like this, an archway kind of like this. What I need to do now is somehow work these two divots in. I could just grind them in, that would be easy, but that wouldn't be blacksmithing. So how the fuck do I do this? Because if I, say, flip it over, and I've got a piece of metal here, I've got to beat down here, which is going to thin this part out. That's not a bad thing. That might work. But actually, you know what? That might work. That might be the ticket. I'm gonna try that. Okay, so we've done a bit of work on it. Now, let's compare it to the drawing. Okay, so far, it's not looking so bad, right? If I just bring this down, like just ever so slightly, it'll have enough material I can grind in, like, this part here. So now I just gotta replicate this on this side. Easy enough. Okay, so, it's okay. I think I can grind in the details. I think I can grind from here. Fuck, I didn't record any of that. So, I have ground out a bunch of the detail. It's looking good. However, I noticed that it kind of goes like this. So it's like, this part's good, this part's good, this part's a little high. So what I'm doing is I'm going to heat it up, then I'm going to put it in the hardy hole, I'm going to try, or maybe in the vice grip, and just try and bend everything kind of back into place. I mean, that's kind of done it. Maybe just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. But yeah, that just fixed it right there. I'm pretty much sure that's the guard. It's done. We're actually like, we're good. We're good. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know how well you can see this. Let me just do that. Yeah. So here's the design. Here's the blade. Here's the new guard. Here's the other guard. The one that was nearly there. This one's there. So it looks so good. Like, it looks so good. I might just need to do a bit of grinding to clean it up, because if you look at it, I don't know if you can see it from there. I'm sorry, there's very little lighting. It's like 9 o'clock at night. It's a little bit higher here than it is here, so it's still got a bit of a like whoop on it. But other than that, I think it looks like fucking perfect. I think it looks fucking perfect. I'm gonna grind this top here down just a little bit, and then I'm like 99% convinced that that is that. Oh, that's so good. Okay, it's taken 3 makes. I've got the one at home, I've got this one, and now I've got this one. This is the finished product. This looks damn near perfect. I could probably make it a little bit better if I had more time, but it is very late and I need to go home. But let me just show you, like, does that not look like it? Does that not look like it? That is very nearly perfect. I fucking love it.